I don't want to sound like a soothsayer, but I had predicted that based on what they had put there, the increase would have been between 5 and 7% after they make certain deductions for frontline workers and bonus and paying salaries to new recruits and all these kinds of things. So and again, as I said, in that sense, you have to be thankful that it was the upper end of that range that I predicted. But having said that, though, let's do some granularity. If I were to coin a word, breaking this down, you got no increase in 2020, and now you're given a 7 in 2021. Not for 2021, because we have to look at this 7 from the last time salaries were increased, which was December 2019. So this will work out to be about just over 3% in a compound sense for 2020 and 2021, or about 3.5% using the 2019 base for the years 2020 and for the year 2021. Now, when you look at inflation for both years, that 3% already lost its value. So that is one sense of looking at it. The other sense is that I've seen a lot of trending on social media that says, "Bring back Uncle Winston." Bring back.
Are you going to come back?
I'm thankful for all the messages and so forth, but I think what they were saying essentially is that, look, they got their increases tax-free, because we recognize as a coalition government that we were holding the increases for these people for over a year, given the opportunity to spend it as a government, and we said the least we can do for them is to give them that increase, A, retroactive, and B, payable tax-free. So if we were to announce a 7% increase, we will follow by, and it will be paid tax-free. And I think we got a lot of kudos for that, because ultimately people got the full increase that they got. Today, this announcement seems to suggest that this money is going to be paid after 2 years, literally, it's going to be taxed. Now let's look at the average person who works about $70,000, because a significant number of public servants work for $70,000 or thereabout. The bulk of workers work for $100,000 and less. So let's look at $70,000. 7% at $70,000 gives you roughly about $4,900. So that is the increase per month. $4,900 at the bottom. And we're talking about workers like the sweeper cleaners, office assistants, nurse assistants, and so forth. So their increase really is $4,900 in a gross sense. But since this money will be taxed at the lower end at 28%, because the threshold is $65,000 per month. Mm-hmm. So already they're paying income tax on the $70,000 that they're receiving. So this increase will be taxed at the full 28%. Now, quick calculation suggests that is roughly about $15,200. So the net take-home pay, it's about $38,800 after 2 years. If you were to split that in two, it's roughly $19,400 cumulatively. If you divide that by about 12, you will get about $1,600 per month. Well, don't even go for it by dividing it per day, right? $1,600 per day. At 30 days, that will give you about $500 and something per day. Now, I believe that could buy you a couple pounds of sugar or a couple of flour. It could certainly buy you a loaf of bread.
Yep.
It could certainly buy you a loaf of bread and such other. So when you put it in that granular manner, your 7% literally disappears. And I'm not even talking about inflation. I'm just using the what they have put out here. If you adjust it for inflation, you're worse off, because the real effect of the 7% is negative. Because already in this year alone, at the half year, the inflation was 5-point-something%. But at the level of $70,000, most people are spending their money on food. And we know at the half year, food prices are up 14-point-something%. So you've got a 3%, an average of 3% increase, which worked out, as we just now see, to about $500 or so forth. You know also that once you announce wage increases, prices will go up. It's like a trigger. So even though they're already high, they're expected to go even higher. The only saving grace that you have is that based on what you just now said on the program, that the GCCI president said that there will be shortages and so forth. That's a blessing in disguise for those who will be getting this little payout, because they don't have to go spending their money and frittering it away on
Yeah.
all these
Yeah.
chasing Christmas that don't have the Christ in it. Ice apples, as you say, and grapes, and bourbon chocolates and whatever else. They can studiously put away the 38,000 until January, when things are really going to be tight, and when a lot of belt tightening. Even Ali said, brace yourself for the cost of living increases, and he wasn't even speaking about this increase that was being given here that will trigger further increase in the cost of living.